Hi there, and thanks for tuning in again. As you can see, I'm not at home, but more on that later. And I can only tell you this week, like the previous few weeks, was very weird. And there seems something strange going on with my weight, but you will find out at the end of the video if you stay with me. And as always, thank you for watching. Hello, it's Sunday and it's a new week, and as you could just see, it actually looks quite sunny and you don't see any breath condensations, but for some reasons it almost feels colder than the last few days, which is weird. But still, it's a nice start of a week to have a little bit of sunshine again. So I will utilize this today. Today it is just after 2 p.m, quite early for me. I could be out earlier on the weekends, but I still don't, you know, I'm just lazy, and making myself get out of a flat is always a hassle, so I need to trick myself a little bit here and there. But again, these videos, even though there are not many viewers yet, are really helping me to keep myself honest and to motivate myself to get out. And even if it would stay like this, I still think it is a nice thing to just record it for myself, you know? Having like a personal vlog, just to keep track and to later on just have a look back on what happened during those months and years. And I will now switch on my audiobook. Still like 8 hours to go with Tommyknockers. It is Monday and the meeting I had was just cancelled, so I took the opportunity to get out and catch the last remaining rays of sunshine. Because if the meeting wouldn't have been cancelled, I guess I should have and would have walked in darkness, or at the very least in a little bit of dusk. As I'm currently a little bit on a plateau weight-wise, I am curious to see and find out what this week will bring. But I need to restrict it to this week, because next week I will be in Dublin, and that means I need to hit the pause button. Because in a different country, you know, I tend to really enjoy the local cuisine, and it doesn't make sense to go someplace and then just say no to everything that is offered to you and everything that you might not get in your own country. So that's why I will hit the pause button. And also it would just look weird if in the evenings I'm invited or going out with my colleagues and then not eating anything or just a salad here and there. Which would be legitimate, but I keep saying I also want to live. I just don't want to stop everything just to focus on only losing weight. And especially since I'm plateauing. So maybe it's quite a good idea actually to have that week of pause, confuse my body enough again to maybe then have it go down in weight again the week afterwards. So let's see. But of course I will try not to overdo it. I will not choose on purpose only the most calorie heavy meals, so that is a given. But I will go for the stuff that I actually want to try. And that's basically all I wanted to share for today. Now I'm getting back to my audiobook. Tommyknockers, still 6 hours to go or something like that. Which is quite funny because usually an audiobook is around 10 hours long, so maybe from 6 to 16 hours. But some of those from Stephen King, of course, are around 40 or 50 hours long. So I am now in that last 6 hour stretch. And I'm actually starting to worry that he's not able to wrap everything up, because it's only 6 hours to go, which usually is enough for someone else to just put in a complete book. So let's see how that works out. But with Stephen King, it's always a little bit tricky. Sometimes he is actually coming through with what he's writing. Everything is a nice fit, but also a lot of times there's a lot of build-up and then there is little payoff, or the ending is just underwhelming. So let's see what is going on with the Tommyknockers. I will let you know for sure, and then I will need to look into what to read next. Hello, it is Wednesday, and regarding yesterday, I just had some unexpected work that I needed to do for my day job. And although I planned to get out a little bit earlier than usual, I ended up not getting out at all when it was still light outside. And for some reasons then I just didn't feel like having a walk in the dark. So I have to admit I skipped walking yesterday entirely. But since I'm going to Dublin on Sunday, I want to wrap up some stuff, and for that reason I combined my walking today with picking up my ID card, which was done for quite a while. But I just was always checking the QR code that I got to check if it is already done, which it wasn't. But I never checked my mailbox to see if there is a letter, and there was one announcing that I can pick it up. So that is what I did today. One thing done. And tomorrow I will go into the office because I also need to pick up all the stuff that is still there. And then of course I also want to figure out if working from home will come with a financial downside. Because everyone tells me there is no difference, and one person mentioned that there might be something connected to the retirement fund. So I want to talk to a manager to figure out what's going on there. But that is my plan for the rest of the week. Today it is just a little bit of more walking, then some meetings here and there, and then the day should be done and dusted. Good morning, it's Thursday and it's Going Back to Office, the sequel. Let's go back there. Okay, it's 10 to 8 and I'm on my way to the train station. I hope I haven't forgotten anything, because you cannot just... But that's always the case, you know? Whoops. You have to remember everything and also make sure that nothing is left at home, because you cannot just pick it up like you usually do when you work from home. That is something I've never consciously considered when I was going to the office every day. From my last trip through the forest like 2 weeks ago, I've learned that you better take off your jacket, because otherwise you will arrive at work completely sweaty. So who says old dogs cannot learn new tricks? When I was only working from the office, I basically checked out every which way I could walk through the woods. And here is a new path that I've never seen before, so that would have been interesting to check out. But of course, I cannot do so getting back from the office to the train station, because by the time I am off work, it will be dark. But it looks quite interesting. Hello and happy Friday. Today I'm on my way to see a new movie in the cinema, which is Wakanda Forever. So it's Friday, I took some time back from my overtime that I created last weekend, and that allows me to go for a 4 p.m. screening today, which is nice because at that time I was actually able to get some kick-ass seats. And for a movie almost 3 hours long, you want to have good seats. So I'm now picking up my sister and then off we go. This movie actually looks exciting. Check out the trailer if you haven't seen it yet. Unfortunately, the toilet on this level is still broken, so my sister had to went down to level 2 again, like last time. It is Saturday, and tomorrow I will fly to Dublin and meet my colleagues for a whole week. So I'm already checked in online. I'm not 100% sure what to do with this week's video. It might be that you're looking at it right now and it was uploaded a little bit late, because usually on Sundays I'm editing the video and upload it, and that cannot happen tomorrow. So I will need to see what to do with it. Maybe I can squeeze it in between, but I cannot promise. You will notice after it already happened, so I can only say excuse me after the fact. What else? I already mentioned that going to Dublin also means that, of course, I will head out with the guys after hours a little bit here and there. So I will likely not be able to stick to my regiment. So next week will mean just hitting the pause button. What I'm doing right now is taking a few steps, and afterwards I will need to go shopping, because going to Dublin, of course, everyone said, hey, bring some nice sweets that we don't have in Dublin. So I will see what to find and what to bring over. That's it for today. Hi there, it's Sunday and I am in Dublin, but more on that in next week's video. For this week, just a quick update on my weight, and as you know, Sunday is weighing day, which I did today very early in the morning because I had to leave very early to get to the airport. But the long and short of it, I've gained again some weight, this time a kilogram. I have stuck pretty much to the regiment. I have also gained muscle mass, which is a good thing. I have lost body fat, which is also good. And I've lost visceral fat, which is the bad fat directly in your gut. So I should be happy, but I don't understand why I gained that much weight, you know? So that little muscle mass that was going up should not account for a kilogram. Over the last time I told you I am plateauing, and now there's even an upwards trend in weight, so I don't know what that all means. But as I will now spend the whole week in Dublin, which you will see next week, I will hit the pause button anyway, because when you go out you need to eat with your friends and with your colleagues. So maybe that is a good thing at the end of the day, because that might confuse my body and my complete chemistry enough so that afterwards, when I restart everything, then maybe I will get down with my weight again, which it is supposed to be, like I said in one of my previous entries. So much for this week. I hope you enjoy your week. I will have a fantastic week, I have no doubt, here in Dublin. So see you all next week if you tune in again, and thanks for watching this one. Bye.